What's up? So many of us think that we have to do a lot to create energy. We have to take the right pills, eat the right foods, do all this stuff, right? But I'm going to share with you in this video just a couple things you can do to increase your energy. Number one, breathing. Breathing is important. We all need to breathe, right? The problem is that when stress comes, we stop breathing. The first thing that goes is our breath. So we're going through and all of a sudden something happens, we hold our breath. Slow your breaths. And these aren't going to be like super crazy things to do. These are going to be simple, but it will increase your energy. So number one is breath. So what does that mean? Well, you can take a deep breath in through your nose. And as you breathe, you want to feel it all the way inside your lungs, filling up all 5 chambers, 3 over here, 2 over here. Fill all parts of your lungs, filling up to the fullest, and then into the nose, out to the mouth. And if you even just take 1 minute of your time to just breathe a little bit like that, what you're doing is you're raising your level of oxygen into your brain, and that makes you feel like you have more energy, which having more energy is just a feeling. It's a state of being. So start with your breath, okay? Catch yourself. Next time something happens that's stressful, first thing to check, your breath. Ask yourself, am I breathing? Am I breathing? Am I alive? So check your breath. Check your breath. My dad once said, clients who breathe live longer. Breathe. Breathing is good. Number 2. So after you breathe, breathing is good, right? Number 2, expect the best. Expect the best. What does that mean? It means so often in life we go through expecting the worst. We're like going through life and things happen and we base it all on our past perceptions. So we're like, I expect the worst, and the worst happens. So start expecting the best. Now, as you expect the best, you will find that you might have some evidence against this. So you have to raise your level of evidence and demand the best. I used to think of all the worst case scenarios, and I used to plan for them and worry about them. But as I realized, like, hey, what if I could start planning for the best case scenarios and imagine my best case scenarios and feel in my life as if all the good things are happening? So I'm going to challenge you that your body and mind have probably become used to not ideals. But we want to train yourself through thought, through emotion, through feeling, through thinking, that you can create a new reality in here and here first. And as you do that, you can start expecting greatness. Okay? So step 1, breathe. Do it. Just try it. Give it a breath. Feels so good when you breathe. Step 2, expect greatness. Expect the best. And the third step for today, third tip to raise your level of energy is actually drink water. Drink water. Drink extra water. I know you might be thinking, but I drink lots of water. So not only drink water, but water is super powerful. I'm going to share a couple things about water. Water, our bodies are made up of over 60% water. So if you're not drinking water, your body gets dehydrated. And when it's dehydrated, it starts to get foggy. It starts to not think properly. Now, some of you might not even be absorbing the water that you are drinking. So make sure you've got good quality water. Make sure you're thinking good thoughts into the water. Thoughts are energy. Water is energy. Thoughts can be transferred into energy. Thoughts can be transferred into water, right? So if you think a thought into water, as you're drinking your water, actually intentionally think positive thoughts in the water. I used to do this, and I still do it every time I drink water. This is what I do. I fill up the water, and as I'm filling up the water, I'm sending positive vibrations, good thinking, positive thoughts. Whatever goal I'm focused on, I like to think it. And I like to think that my thinking has an effect, which guess what? That has an effect. If you're like, Tyler, this is stupid, my thoughts don't have an effect. Well, guess what? You're probably right. Just like all the other parts of the world who think that they can't do anything, they're right too. So you got to think that you can have an impact. And if you think that way, you're right. So either way, you're right. But you got to think and believe it. All right. So as you're drinking your water, you want to imagine it being whatever goal you're working on. Prosperity, light, energy, prosperity, happiness, love, beauty, joy, healing. And just imagine the water going in and filling all parts of your body, going into all parts of your body, just filling the frequency of that. And if you do that, it will raise your energy level. Another thing with water you can do is do a hot, cold shower in the morning. What this does is it shocks the immune system, shocks your whole system, and gets you out of the fight, flight responses. And actually, you're training yourself to handle stress at higher levels. At first, I really hated doing these, and I avoided them like the plague because I like my showers hot. So then what you do is for 30 seconds, you turn it on as cold as possible, but you keep breathing. So, and it's just freezing, like, your body wants to tighten and not breathe during those instances. But you're in charge. You control your body's fight, flight responses. So in that moment when you crank it on ice cold and it's like, and your first thing is, I want to run away, you sit in it and you just breathe in it. And then about 30 seconds in, crank it to super hot. And that sometimes you want to run from super extreme hot and your body wants to run from that, but you just breathe through it. And breathe while the water's coming in. Do that 3 times in a row, and you'll notice a significant increase in the level of energy throughout the day. So those are a couple hacks. One bonus hack that I'm going to share with you. I learned this in college. This was based on some studies done from NASA. And what you do, so one last thing is sleep. So first thing we talked about was breathe, right? Breathe. You aren't breathing as much as you need to throughout the day. Breathe. Number 2, expect greatness. Expect it to work. Number 3, water. Drink in the goods. Imagine it. Focus it. Hot, cold showers if you want to do those. And the bonus for today is this. Naps. So naps are great. One time I was in college and one of my professors, he gave me this study on the power of naps. And he said that NASA did a study for all their employees once. And what they did is they had certain amount of them not take naps, certain amount of them take naps at different times based on their sleep patterns. And they found that if people who, let's say you go to bed at 12 at night and you wake up at 6, okay? So you find the middle number, which is 3, and that would be your nap time. So 12 hours from the middle of your sleep cycle, that's the best time to take a nap. And when you take a nap at that time, you only need to do 20 to 40 minutes. Anything over that decreases the results, but a 20 to 40 minute nap time is like primo, okay? What do? So if you go to bed at 12, wake up at 6, find the middle, 3 p.m., go to sleep for 20 to 40 minutes. And what happens, you'll raise your cognitive levels up to anywhere to 60% for more than 6 to 9 hours after that. It's nuts. So I did this in college, put it to the test. I became a very good napper. And it takes a little time to get used to napping if you're not used to it. So you go through and you start doing naps. And you'll find that your cognitive levels and abilities improve over anywhere up to 60% for 6 to 9 hours. So you can function a lot better, have more energy. Take time to rest, take time to breathe, take time to drink, and you're going to be doing super good. So let me know how it goes for you. If you like and want to hang out some more, like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. But put this to the test. Let me know how it goes, okay?